What's up, guys? It's Space Ghost here, and today the tea is piping hot. Where the hell has Kennifer been? Allegedly, Kennifer has been in rehab for his little skiing problem. I know y'all had to see the videos on Ken on live being like, yeah, like, no, like, Ryan, like, no, like, if you want to get in the ring, like, we can fight about it, like, no, like, literally, like, it's been, like, absolutely crazy. Like, what are you guys even talking about? Obviously, I'm not doing any substances. Like, CPS is in the house all the time doing checks, like, hair follicle checks, and, like, they're testing, like, our urine, and they're, like, going around the house, and, like, they're not gonna find anything, and we'd be so stupid to even, like, do any substances, because CPS is, like, we're gonna keep getting calls, so, like, there's literally zero way that, like, any of us are even doing any substances. I know y'all saw him crack the hell out on those lives. Damn, my freckles are popping up. And as someone, we'll make this about me for 2 seconds. As someone who did struggle with skiing in the summer previously, it's been like 3.5 years. We're good now. Babe, firsthand, you're doing it. As much as you want to say, oh, like, no, I'm not. First of all, if you're not using it, like, heavily, it can be out of your system in 4 days. I mean, hair follicles probably different. I don't know. I was never tested because I had no reason to be. But I can see all the signs. You talking 1,000,000 miles a minute, yeah, clock that right there. And the constant, I would always be like, yeah, it's my sinuses. Looking back, those aren't allergies, honey. Those are, your nose burns and you got the constant drip of your mucus coming out of your nose because you've done the damage to your nose. So now it's just constantly wet because it's trying to, like, heal itself. Been there, and, like, I'm not judging for the usage because, like, I'm sure it's very difficult being with Gypsy Rose Blanchard and, like, having her child, but that's also a bed that you made. You had the out, right? You dipped while she was still in prison, but you wanted to run back to her as fast as you could as soon as you saw the money and the lights and the fame coming through. Can't really feel bad for you. As soon as you saw the money coming, you went and dove head and wee first into it. But yeah, we really haven't been seeing much of Kennifer for, like, weeks and weeks and weeks. So sources say that he's taking a little trip to rehab. And, like, honestly, it would make the most sense too, because first of all, it is really hard to stop doing that. I mean, I did not need to go anywhere. I stopped on my own, like, not saying I'm better or anything like that, but especially if you're in a house where CPS is constantly being called because, you know, your baby mama's Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and the fact that Aurora could be taken away from them if CPS came and he failed a drug test. Yeah, Gypsy was probably like, it's the best thing for you to go to rehab and get clean and get out of here, because if you're not here when CPS comes, she can't be taken away. So they sent Ken packing to go get his mess cleaned up. And if y'all aren't connecting the dots there, do y'all not see Gypsy's lawless ass behavior? Like, on my last video, we talked about it. She's like manic. That's the best term I can use, because also I've been manic before. Gypsy's fucking manic right now. She bleached her hair, burnt all her hair off. It looked terrible. She killed her hair almost as bad as she killed her mom, and then had to shave it all off. And, like, I'm judging because it's very weird because it's kind of linked back to, like, her past, but also Gypsy had this whole, like, plan, right? Because she loves to plan things. She's like, all right, I'm going to, now that Ken is available, I'm going to cheat on my husband, I'm going to get with Ken, I'm going to get knocked up, I'm going to divorce Ryan, I'm going to start a family with Ken, yeah, and everything's going to be peachy keen beautiful, and we're going to be on the TV show, and I'm going to make all this money, and it's going to be perfect. That got derailed. Season 3 got canceled off her show. People turned on her. Right, she thought when she got out of prison everyone's going to be on her side and love Gypsy. Everyone turned on her because all of her lies started spewing out like hot garbage. And now her boyfriend, baby daddy, is having substance abuse issues. He's got to be sent away. So now she's a single mom raising Aurora by herself, which, who's letting that happen? Like, why that anyone thinks that's good or safe or anything? Hope Aurora is with Christy, and, like, she's horrible too, but, like, better than Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Gypsy's losing it. She is probably manic and was like, oh, that my plans are getting derailed. Like, I need to do something. I need to do something crazy, something fun. Ken likes blondes. I'll go back to blonde for when he's out of rehab. He'll come home and think I look so beautiful. And then burnt the shit out of her hair and had to shave it off back like when she was, what, 23 years old and unalived her mom? I'm just saying, from a legal standpoint, that was the best thing. best thing they could have done is put Ken in rehab so their baby would not be taken away. But you can tell how their relationship is going if Ken formed substance abuse issues since being with Gypsy. And yes, if he ever admits to it, which I highly doubt that he will, if he ever did, he'd probably be like, yeah, like the pressure of everything's crazy, like the lights, the fame, the constant hate, like all of that, like it's you know, it led me down the wrong path. But let's be honest here, Gypsy is what got you to do that, because I'm sure it is not easy being with her because of who she is as a person and their problems. And Gypsy loves attention, and she's cheated on Ken before. It wouldn't be shocking if she did it more times, but she's probably unhinged as hell and probably really hard to be around, which I'm not saying like doing substances is like a good way to cope with that, but I kind of get it, bro. On top of the constant defending someone that you are fighting with all of the time, imagine fighting with your spouse all the time, having the most toxic relationship possible, right? Gypsy Rose Blanchard being your baby mama and her threatening whatever she threatens him with, and then excuse me, and then also having to defend that person, not even daily, hourly, every second you have to defend this person that also you are constantly beefing with all the time. It would get exhausting, and I would personally get fed up. But he probably hasn't come out, broken up with her, and put her on blast because of NDAs. If I was Gypsy Rose Blanchard, I'd make everyone sign an NDA. Anyone that comes in contact with me, friends, family, partners, relationships, all y'all are signing NDAs. So I guarantee his ass signed an NDA and can't say shit about shit. And I'm really wondering how they're going to explain away where Ken has been. Because he's going to come back one day. He's going to pop up, right, after 60 days or whatever. And be like, hey guys, like, how are y'all? And everyone's going to be like, bro, where the hell were you? We heard you were in rehab. And they're going to try to, like, come up with some story like, oh, he was on a fishing trip. He was in the Everglades. Like, what are y'all going to say? Like, how are you going to explain away where Ken has been? Oh, it was on a soul-searching adventure. I was on a soul-searching journey. You're in rehab. And there should be no shame in that, like, genuinely. Like, anyone with substance abuse issues, whether it's substances or alcohol or anything, you should 100,000,000,000% seek help and go to rehab, and there's zero shame in that. But I guarantee that they're gonna lie about it and say that he didn't go because it's gonna look bad, and it's gonna prove every one of us right that their relationship is on the rocks. Ken was on substances very clearly, and they don't want to ever admit to any wrongdoings. Zero accountability has been, ever been, or will be taken by Ken Urker, whatever, and Gypsy Rose Blanchard. But it's all very interesting to watch on the sidelines, like, genuinely. Gee, what do y'all think? Do y'all think he's in rehab? I sure as hell do. Do y'all think she's gonna admit to him being in rehab either while he's there or when he comes out? Like, what are y'all thinking? I don't know. I just think it's a big, like, a good legal move. And if they didn't have Aurora, I guarantee his ass would not be in rehab, though. Like, the only reason they did it, and I don't even think it was for the best interest of Aurora. I think it was so Gypsy wouldn't get the baby taken away from her, or Gypsy wouldn't get in trouble for having him in the house as someone who does substances. Also, sorry, I totally forgot about this. Did y'all clock on his live when he was tweaking out that he was talking about how they had a, I don't know if I can say it on here, gun? They had a pew-pew, whatever, at home in the safe, which is illegal because Gypsy Rose is a felon. But he's like, no, it's not illegal if she doesn't have access to it. Be so fucking for real. You're telling me Gypsy Rose does not have the code to y'all's safe? As someone who's been so scared that someone's gonna come and get her before, you're telling me that she stays home alone with the baby and people have driven by her house X, Y, and Z and she doesn't have the code to that safe? That's illegal. And he was going on and on and on. If she doesn't have access to it, if she can't gain access to it, or if she doesn't knowingly, like, have a way to get it, it's not illegal if it's stored properly and she has zero access to it. Be so fucking for real. And I'm sure it wouldn't even be that hard to prove that she doesn't have access to it. Like, their only proof of her not having access is like, he's like, yeah, she doesn't have the code. That's illegal. And literally, if anyone cared to put her in prison, that would be the quickest, easiest, fastest way. But I guess just no one cares enough to do it. But did y'all clock it? Because I clocked it. I was like, that's illegal as fuck. Being a felon, you cannot own, purchase, even hold a firearm. And they got one in their damn room. Okay, goodbye.